There we go. Hello, and welcome to the Rock Metal Podcast. I'm your host, John Harris. Today on the Rock Metal Podcast, we have Corrosium. They have a new EP called Undertow, which is released on December 4th via Inverse Records. Right now, I'm being joined by Olli and Teppo to share some more information about what the band has got going on, how this year has gone for them, what the boys are up to, why they're bleeding Starlight. So, boys, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely great to have you boys on. I think that kind of leads into a really interesting question. I've never heard of a song called Bleeding Starlight before.
I bet you haven't.
No. Very interesting concept. You guys are going around in the desert, it looks like, in the music video for it. I don't see any Bleeding Starlight. Somebody's lonely on a beach. Take us through this track and the music video, Bleeding Starlight.
Well, the lyrics are basically about someone who you really don't see. It's about that guy in the corner, and it's about no matter how good you are inside, you just can't win. It's kind of destined to lose.
Okay, as in like comparing yourself to somebody else and feeling that way inside?
No, it's just kind of getting left behind and getting left out of everything and isolated, and no one notices you and stuff like that.
That sounds really depressing.
Yeah, well, they aren't happy lyrics. I can tell that.
Well, I mean, you weren't left out though for dinner because you got the kebab and the fries, so you weren't.
Yeah, I got the kebab, so
yeah, you weren't left out there.
It may or may not be about me, the song.
May or may not. Okay, so let's say it weren't about you. And is this a call to action? Is it a call to help? Is it saying something? Is there a positive message to the track?
I wouldn't go as far as saying there's a message to the track. It's just a story about someone.
Okay.
Who isn't doing so good.
Well, this is no bueno. You should bring in some kebab and fries.
Yeah, really should.
Now, I'm guessing then, you said it's a story. Is the EP a story? Is there a protagonist and an arc? And is there a concept or a theme?
No, it's just the collection of different kinds of stories. Okay.
Very cool. So Bleeding Starlight has one story to it about a guy who is getting left behind. They're going to play kickball, and nobody's picking him. He's not even picked last. They're just like, we don't even want you. Why are you still standing here? That's so sad. You guys have kickball in Finland?
Yeah, if you mean football, we have.
No, very different. So it's like baseball with the same rules as baseball, but you kick a ball.
Oh, no, we don't have that.
No, that sounds weird.
Yeah, I guess. Very popular here for grade school students.
No, okay. But no, we don't have that here.
No. All right. Well, I have to find a new analogy. Okay, yeah, for football. There we go. For football. Nobody wants you. Get out of here. And then you're alone on the beach looking for kebab and fries. Wow. A bottle of Budweiser on the beach in Finland. That's terrible. You guys should get some good beer. I should send you some good beer.
Well, the video is actually shot in the States.
Oh! Well, then I should send them some good beer. They need to get some good beer.
Yeah, they should.
Okay, video was shot in the States. So take us through that. How did you guys end up in the States? Was it a tour or something that you guys were on? Some holidays?
No, actually, the video was edited out of a short film that a buddy of mine made while we were road tripping in the U.S.
Okay, which then explains all the different landscapes, because I was looking at some desert and wondering if there is desert in Finland.
No, not really.
There is no desert. Except for winters, we have snow deserts.
Correct.
Ever fields of snow.
Yeah, so we drove from New Orleans to Seattle and shot a film in the meanwhile.
Wow, that's a very long drive. How long did that take you?
That was a long ass ride. Yeah, took about 5 weeks.
Wow. Okay. What kind of shenanigans did you guys get up to between New Orleans and Seattle? What was your favorite place to stop at?
Vegas, definitely.
Vegas. Okay.
Yeah.
Flashing lights and girls and all you could eat buffet. Why was Vegas your favorite?
I don't know. It's just so over the top, and I love that kind of stuff. It's the second time I was in Vegas, so I knew what to expect.
Boom! You knew.
I just love that city.
You knew what to do too, and it's a city where you can't be left out. Everybody's included in Vegas.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. Plenty of Starlight there, but none of it is bleeding, boys. Very cool stuff. The track Undertow. What is this story?
It's about women and rejection.
Oh no, more depressing stuff.
Yeah, it isn't a happy EP. I can tell you that.
Well,
a lot of dark stuff.
Well, I mean, I guess the good news is that if you guys, because you're finished, so if you were to come onto the show and be like, man, this is the happiest we've ever been, I'd be like, who are you?
That's right. That's right.
Would be pretending.
Would be pretending. Beautiful. Okay, so women and rejection. Did this happen in Vegas or is it a different story?
No, this happened somewhere in Finland.
Oh no.
Probably it's just a story about rejection and women. Yeah.
Okay. Anything in particular? Like, is it a breakup of a relationship? Is it trying to go out and pick up score some babes at the bar, at the pub? Didn't work. What I guess is this kind of rejection?
It's a rejection of both sides. The person who is telling the story rejects those women, and the women in the story reject the storyteller.
Whoa. Mutual rejection. Now that is a very interesting concept. Now I'm actually starting to think to myself, is that what happens in real life and that's why there's a rejection? Because like two magnets that are facing the wrong way, they actually create a force field between themselves that don't magnetize?
Yeah, different polarity, yes, something like that. And that's the undertow, undertow of magnetic fields.
That's right. Okay, you mentioned it's an EP of stories, sad, depressing stories. We got a couple more tracks off of the EP. What are some of the stories that are in this EP? And then my other question after that is, in my head, Corrosium has 1,000 songs just hanging out, and you guys chose these 4 out of the 1,000 songs that you've written. So why these stories to tell for this EP?
It was just a coincidence.
Yeah, they were the stories that got done and got recorded.
Yeah. There are many other stories that are still waiting. These were the ones that got made.
Okay. Now, I believe across my desk here is another music video for I Remain. As soon as I get past this ad for this guitar plug-in. Here we go. Silly guitar plugins. I'm a podcaster. Give me a podcast plug-in. One that makes my show successful so people can stop rejecting it. Cool. So a lyric video for I Remain. So take us through this track. How come a lyric video for I Remain, and what's this track about?
Well, the track is about someone who is extremely toxic as a person, and he knows it, that he's bad for everyone, and he tries to get rid of it. He tries to be better, but deep inside he knows that he can't, he won't. So he remains the same as ever.
Sounds like a Dostoevsky novel, Notes from Underground or something.
Yeah, there is a try to change, but it actually cannot happen. And person knows that it cannot happen, but he still tries. But
Yeah, then he infects everyone else.
Oh no, this is terrible. This is super terrible.
Yeah, and another happy track.
Another very happy track. Cool. Now, let's chat about this year. Was this EP always going to be released at the end of 2020, or has the events of 2020, COVID, and other considerations delayed the release of it to this point in the year?
it definitely did. We were planning to release it early this year, but this pandemic and all, we had suddenly had more time to sit in the studio and finish the tracks. I don't know. Usually it takes us a hell of a lot of time to finish tracks, but it gave us an excuse to spend more time in production.
And what did you guys end up doing that maybe you wouldn't have done considering that you had more time?
We probably rewrote some stuff in the studio, changed some key melodies and polished lyrics and stuff like that.
Okay. Silly question. Kind of a devil's advocate question, I guess. Do you feel that it made a difference?
Of course,
I
it
think
made
it
a
did.
difference. Yeah, it made a difference. Yes, there's a lot of hours spent in post-production and in rewriting the tracks and many different versions. And we had to decide, no, we still want to do this little tweak and that little tweak. And it a little got out of hand, but we had all the time we needed.
Yeah, so the EP was basically already done, and then we just went back and rearranged some stuff.
Okay, very cool. So you guys were going to release it earlier in the year, I imagine, planning to do festivals, touring, maybe even if just inside of Finland. And then that didn't happen, and it's still not going to happen. Though there is an air guitar festival in Oulu, so you could always do the air guitar festival. And then I guess my question is, with regard to this year, then, what have you guys been doing in the meantime? Has it been like live streams? What have you guys been doing to outside of that touring and whatnot?
I've been working on some new demos for the band, but well, that's about it for me. I'm always working on new songs.
Yeah, and I'm always writing some new stuff. And I have also other bands and other stuff to do, so I'm quite busy still. I'm practicing and rehearsing and stuff.
Well, look at you, sir. Look at you go. Then, as far as Corrosium is concerned, should we be expecting something, say, early 2021? Can we chat about what's coming down the pipeline?
Not early 2021. Maybe late 2021.
We'll see how stuff goes.
Okay, beautiful. Can I say something, Olli, about your IKEA setup? I absolutely love it. It's super organized.
This is not even my room.
Whoever's room it is, I just want to say that it's fantastic that they have that wall mount thing that's got the place where you can put like pencils and paper and whatnot.
Well, thanks very much.
You're
I
quite
guess.
you're quite welcome. I've been looking at it this whole time and just going, wow, that's amazing. That's so organized. It's such a nice room to be in. In the meantime, I was looking over at Teppo's room and going, is he in a float tank? It makes me.
No, I'm in my son's room now, and he's got a blue LED light in here.
Very cool. Tell your son thank you, and then obviously, Ollie, whoever's room you're in, is it your son's room?
No, it's my wife's actually.
Your wife has a separate room from you?
Yeah, it's her study.
Oh, her study. Okay, perfect. Okay, groovy. Well, boys, we chatted about the EP. We chatted about a couple of tracks, including Starlight, Undertow, even I Remain, the EP called Undertow. Is the EP called Undertow just because it's a cool name? Or is Undertow, I don't know, more important than the other tracks?
Well, the songs are about stuff that's going on in the world, and the world isn't doing so well at the moment, so it's kind of going to hell. So
really?
So the whole planet is caught in the undertow.
Okay, I guess it's a really interesting what do you want to call philosophy on life? I don't know if the word philosophy is the right word, but in this moment, where we're going, is try not to get caught in the undertow. However, it really seems like, based on what you've just said, that the whole world has become the undertow.
Pretty much, yeah.
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 Bad stuff happens all the time.
Yeah. I was having this conversation recently with somebody the other day that, you can stay away from the masses for only so long until the masses take over and you're just swept up in the wave of idiocy. Or in this particular case, until the only thing left is undertow, and then, well, you just call it tow? The whole river is just a tow now.
True.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Okay, so then we chatted about the EP Undertow, track Undertow, 2 tracks, Bleeding Starlight, I Remain. We've chatted about this year. You guys spent some more time in the studio working on some new material that may be coming out here, I don't know, probably within the next 6-9 months, something like that. Was there anything else? We even talked about the Air Guitar Festival in Oulu that you guys could play at, which is great. Is there anything that I missed that you guys wanted to chat about?
Well, not really. We really miss playing live shows, so hope this whole thing blows over soon, so
yeah,
we
it's
can
quite
get out on the road again.
Yeah, it's depressing because the live shows are what we are living for, and why we are doing this. It's getting on the road, being on the road. It's the best thing in the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's really depressing because there is no live shows.
You guys could write a depressing song about there being no live shows.
That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
I'll get right on that.
Beautiful. All right, well then, boys, that concludes my question. So I just wanted to thank you for coming on to the Rock Metal Podcast today.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you very much.